Hello! Today is the 27th of September, 2019. You want me to erase this?
Well,
Is that what you're telling me?
In the way.
Gotcha, it's in the way. There we go. All right. So, Jackson, what's the learning goal? Math 8, Math 1. This is Math 1.
I can use the graphs and functions to describe real life situations.
Good, and what's the why for it? You kids keep going, Jackson.
Graphs are all around me in the world. I want to be able to understand and create them.
Good. Today we're going to keep working with the idea of domain and range. And we're also going to learn about some things called intervals and increasing and decreasing. So let's start with this. So here's a number line. We'll get this one to the notes. This number line, yeah, if I write, you write. And where's it at? It's starting at negative, is that negative 1? So I have this shaded number line. And we've done number lines when we did linear inequalities. And this number line is saying that x is less than or equal to negative 1. That's what that number line is telling me. Now, I'm going to show you another way to write this. First off, why is it how do I know it's a less than equal to? How do I know it, Chris? Closed circle. Good. Another way to write this using what's called interval notation. So interval I can write this exact same thing like this. Negative infinity, comma, negative 1. Does it not say negative? It says, okay, so my slide should have a negative on it right there. And negative 5, where am I getting to negative 1? Okay, so this should be negative 1. There. You are the first people to ever see this slide. I just made it like an hour ago. So that's why there's flaws. It'll be fixed for next year. A different version of this. They did the same lesson. I just didn't like some pieces of it, so I updated it for you guys. You're getting a better lesson, theoretically. Yes?
Why does it use brackets?
So so y is one a parenthesis and one a bracket. Well, let's do another one right here and see if you can figure out the difference. So let's do negative 2 to 4. And I am telling you, using interval notation, that I can show this without a number line like this. And Trent's question is, hey, why are some of these brackets and why are some of these parentheses? And I have the exact same question for you. What is the difference between parentheses 0, 8, parentheses, and bracket 0, 8, bracket? Talk to people around you. I think what I wrote on the board, maybe you can figure out what's the difference between a bracket and a brace. A bracket and a parenthesis. Tell us the matter, Chris. Yeah, Chris? Okay, I'm going to go with Chris. What do you think the difference between a bracket and a parenthesis is?
A bracket is used to show whether or not a point is included, or excluded, and a parenthesis is used when the point value is included.
It sounds like you're reading something off of a computer.
Oh.
Oh, that's cool. You Googled. Okay. Anybody figure something out without Googling it? Yes, Jordan?
The bracket signifies like the closed circle.
Yes.
And then the parenthesis is for the open circle.
That's the difference. Closed circle, open circle. This in your notes, this is closed. This is open. And my next slide probably says something like that. Open circles, closed circles. Infinity we consider an open circle. And that's because, remember this analogy that I keep using Gordon for? The open circle, right? Open circle. Open circle, right? I'm really, really close. I'm really, really close. I'm really, open circle, open circle. So think about infinity. I can get really, really close to infinity, but am I ever actually going to get to infinity? Probably not. Although mathematically there are ways to making that happen. But for this, we're going to be saying that infinity is an open circle. Yes? You have to do a little louder. Yeah, infinity. Mathematically, so in math, we can actually do things out to infinity. Math's different from real life. So mathematically, so there's an example in math. It's what is this, a sequence or a series? If I go halfway to the cabinet, and I go halfway to the cabinet, and I go halfway to the cabinet, and I keep doing that over and over again, do I ever get to the cabinet?
Oh wait, no.
So in real life, no, but mathematically, there's a way to actually make that happen. So 1 plus 1/2 plus 1/4 plus 1/8 actually eventually adds up to 2. It does. It's an infinite series. So it's beyond the scope of this class, but here's what I need you to just buy into for today. This is open, that's closed, and infinity, we use an open on infinity with the idea that I'm never really going to get there. Cool. Gavin.
Like if we have like a decimal with a line over it, doesn't that?
So, yes, so the idea, once again, this 0.9 repeating, 0.999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999999. So, is Matthew 8, I actually kind of understand interval notation. If you could do it for infinity, it would actually eventually get to 1.
But it would just keep going.
Oh my gosh. I know. Lily, that was your sister. That's your sister, Lily. It was Maddie. Maddie's like, how, Mr. Barr?
What the heck? Doesn't make sense.
So,
To get to 1.
how did it...
I'm so confused.
Okay.
0.9 plus
In your own little world. See what something
In Math 8, I actually kind of show why that equals 1. Now I've forgotten the proof. It does equal 1.
0.9 is 0.9.
Why does it equal 1?
Because you rounded.
Okay, well here, you have a calculator? Dude, I'm going off script.
I don't know. I don't even know what we're talking about anymore. We can talk about it.
Okay, ready, Maddie? Get a calculator.
Here, you can use
But
mine.
it says my reaction.
Okay, wait. How do you turn this on? Oh, there it is.
What's 5 divided by 9?
Uh,
0.5 repeating?
yes.
What's 6 divided by 9?
6 for
0.6 repeating.
0.6 repeating, okay. What's 7 divided by 9? Okay. What's 8 divided by 9? Okay, ready?
So it goes through.
So what's 9 divided by 9?
1.
Follow the pattern.
What?
Follow the pattern. 0.9 repeating. Now your calculator is going to say 1, but which is 1.
Oh,
Yeah, you round, right?
What the heck? That's so weird.
There's a better proof of it, and I don't have it.
Why do they do
What the heck?
There's a
That is
better
so
proof
weird.
of it.
What idea was it to make infinity, dude?
that?
Isaac Newton.
He did science. He did science.
I'm
All right. Sorry, I don't have the other proof. So now that you kind of understand interval notation, we're going to look at domain and range.
Awful lot.
Domain. Domain are the inputs. Range are the outputs. Can you get this much into your notes right here? I need this in the notes. And including smear ink onto X and smear ink onto Y, and including smush onto X, or say smush onto X.
What does that mean?
I'm going to explain it. I need it in the notes.
What does that even mean?
I'm going to explain it. I'm going to explain it. So what does this mean? Here's a graph. I want to know the domain of this graph, which means what are the x's for this graph. I want to know the range of this graph, which means what are the y's for this graph. If you listed out all the points and just said, hey, just give me all the x's for these points. Okay, so give me all the x's.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Those are all x's. Are there more x's for this thing? What else do you have?
-1, -2.
-1, -2, -3. Those are x's that are part of this, right? Give me more x's. Negative. Oh, but doesn't this graph keep going up? And keep going out wider and wider? So yes. The domain of this, actually, say it again. It's not infinity to infinity. You're close though, you're incredibly close.
Oh, negative infinity to positive.
Yes, the domain of this is negative infinity to positive infinity. And here's where that mush and smear. Imagine, first off, I need you to accept that this graph keeps going up and up and up and up and goes wider, 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 wider. I also need you to accept that I have infinitely long arms. So imagine I take this, and if this is wet paint, I smear the wet paint down. Will there be red right here? Yeah, if I took, imagine this is wet paint and it's dripping down onto the ground. Is there going to be some paint right here?
Yeah.
Is there going to be paint right here?
Yeah.
Paint, paint, paint?
Yep.
How about some over here?
Yeah.
Yeah, here?
Yeah. Yes.
Is there going to be paint over here at negative infinity?
Yes.
Is there going to be paint over there at positive infinity?
Yes.
Yes. The domain of this is negative infinity to infinity. Here's how I write it. My domain, negative infinity. You don't have to write this. To infinity. Okay, now we're going to mush it on to the y-axis. This is the range we're about to find. Imagine that I've got a big fan over here, and now I'm blowing the paint this way. And imagine there's not gravity. Good? So, is there going to be paint right here?
No.
Here? No, because I'm blowing it. I'm mushing it this way. I'm smearing the ink onto the y-axis. I'm smearing it onto the y-axis. Is there going to be ink right here?
No.
Here?
Yes.
Yes. Here?
Yes.
Here?
Yes.
Here?
Yes.
Here, 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 here.
Yes.
That's your range.
Infinity.
It's not
No,
infinity.
it's not infinity.
How do I read this? We read left to right on a graph, and we also read up to down. Excuse me, down to up. We read negative to positives. So is -9 part of it?
Yeah.
Where do I first hit it? 2, ready? And how far up does it go? To infinity. There you go, that's your range.
Negative?
Party. Oh my goodness, bar.
Yeah, sweet.
No, thank you for catching it. Your domain is negative infinity to infinity, and your range is 2 to infinity. Here's the graph when I mushed it down. Here it is, all the paint dripping down onto the x-axis, onto the domain. Here's all the paint being blown onto the y-axis, the range. We're gonna do a couple more. Let's try another one. Actually, why don't you guys get out whiteboards and markers? No, you know what? Will you just stay seated right now? Let's let her get up today.
Mr. Barr, do we need to save our homework?
You don't want to sit. Come on, Gavin.
Guess how much I have?
All right. So looking at this one, we're going to start with the domain. The domain is X. So imagine that this paint is dripping down onto the x-axis and this paint is dripping up onto the x-axis. How much of the x-axis is going to be covered with paint? Give me the domain of this. Using interval notation. Give me the domain of it. So the paint, I smear it. I smear it and I smear it this way and I smear it this way. How much of the x-axis is going to be covered? Perfect. You've got it, Bert. It's good. Yes, yeah, I got you. It's an infinity that like woke up.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
Did you also have to put all real numbers?
It's the same thing as all real numbers. But today we're doing negative infinity to infinity. Negative infinity to infinity. Because we go negative to positive. Negative infinity to infinity.
Good job.
Okay? Now, I'm blowing it with a fan onto the y-axis. I'm mushing it this way. I'm mushing it this way. I'm smearing the paint this way, this way. How much of the y-axis is going to be covered? This is your range.
Not infinite.
Yes.
Oh my.
Wait, is the line going?
Yes.
Wait.
Does it go both
Yeah,
ways?
looking into it.
This line keeps going forever in both directions.
Never mind.
When I smear it this way, I smear it this way. I'm smearing. Good, 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 good. Good. Over here, any goods? Good. So it's the same thing. It's negative infinity to infinity. And JJ, you could also write it as all real numbers. It's the same thing. But here it is. It's smeared onto the x, smeared onto the y.
Contaminated.
Let's start with the domain of this one. Smear it onto the x. They're both super close. See if you fix it. See if you fix it. No, but it's right around there. It's right near there.
Oh.
No, but you're super close. Don't get crazy. Yes. 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 No, but you're right there. You're super, super close. Look, Jordan, you're super, super close to having the right answer. Good. No? Yes. 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 You're so close.
Oh.
Right? This is 0 to infinity. 0 with a bracket.
And then infinity with the
Right.
parentheses.
Because is there a point at 0? Yes, it's really there. Cool?
Yeah, now
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah, you got this, Alabama. Okay, now smush it onto the y-axis for me. Smush it to the y.
Smushed it.
Smush it to the y. Good. Smush it to the y. Good, good. I need some brackets on it or braces or something. I need to know what's going on with the input. I'm missing a parenthesis, I think. Good. I think it's smush. Smush it to the y. Nice, Presley. Nico, to 3, this thing actually goes out forever and ever and ever. So it keeps getting higher and higher and higher, so it's going to go 0 to infinity. 0 to infinity. Not negative 0, just 0.
Infinity and beyond.
Okay. Ooh. Smush it to the x. Smush it to the x. No, because something's special going on.
Oh, wait.
I'm getting close to Trent. I'm getting really, really close.
What's the big circle?
What's this circle mean?
No. What does an open circle
I think
mean?
I know what it means.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Oh, that was bad.
But what about these numbers down here?
yeah.
No. I'm waiting.
Wait, so is that a no?
Oh,
You're the closest
Oh my
so far.
gosh.
boom, boom.
No.
What is it?
Oh,
You're
I
getting-
got it.
you're- You understand it. Both of you have the right idea. You just don't have the right. So you're close. You have the right idea. No. Good. You guys are getting really. Actually, so far, this is the only one that is mathematically correct.
Oh, I just did it right now. Oh, wait, no.
You're getting a lot. I'm going to show you an easier way to write it, but this is actually making sense. This is she's saying negative infinity to 4,
Oh.
but don't include 4, and then she's saying 4 to infinity, but don't include 4. She's saying don't include 4, and that's what you guys are trying to tell me.
If it's negative, or negative infinity to 4, but then how could it start back at 4?
No, she's saying, hey, where do you want me to shade? She's saying if I smushed it down here, negative infinity to 4 would be shaded, but don't include 4. And then 4 to infinity, but don't include 4. So is 4 ever going to get shaded with this? No. Another way to write it, which is probably easier, this is beautiful though, good job, is this. Ready? Yeah. And maybe if I wanted to make it a little bit all real numbers, but you can't put a 4 into it because 4 is open. Smush it onto the y and find me the range. Smush it now.
Oh, it's against the wall.
Give it to me. Nope.
To me, I'm worth it.
Okay.
That's a 2. This is
Oh.
check your number, but you've got it. Perfect.
3, infinite.
Yes. Really? Super, super close. Yes, there you're super close. Very, very close. You could write it like that. Can you write it for me? Okay, wouldn't it be all? What you're saying is all real numbers greater than. Give it to me in interval notation. Good. You're super, super close. You're there. You're there. You're super close. You're super close, but you're not quite there. You're there. You're there. Not at 5 though.
Yes, I did. You just told me I got it. Now I get it.
Good. 3. Because it's actually at 3.
Oh, that's an 8. Never mind.
1, 2. I'm going to smoosh it onto the y. I'm going to drag it. Ready? If I run my hand through the paint, is there going to be red right here?
Yes.
If I run my hand through the paint, is there going to be red right here? Up.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So is there paint here?
Yes.
Here. 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 Here?
No,
Yes.
wait.
Yes. Because there's already paint there. Smear it this way. I realize that one's not going to smear paint, but there's already paint there from this side. So I'm looking
That's
at
where I'm
3
confused.
to infinity.
It's a
3
little
to.
bit below.
Yeah, that's just
Like
because the. That's
3.25.
because the line itself has some width to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, we're gonna go with 3 though.
Yeah.
Even
Yeah.
worse.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
How about this one?
Not fair.
3.495.
Smear it onto the X.
I got a little.
Why did you do this?
Oh man, oh man.
Why don't you try it?
Oh, that looks like
What?
fun. Infinity to infinity. Ooh, I wrote on so wait, no,
Sorry.
You let lines keep it going.
We read it left to right. So when you read, you start always at negative infinity, go to something, something to infinity. So your negative infinity is never going to be there.
my sneeze is like a freaking lawnmower.
What? That's not fair.
No, because if you
That's not
smear that
fair.
thing down, there'd be nothing in
I
zero.
want hot cocoa.
Oh
nothing
my
in
gosh.
it. I
I did the
got it.
wrong one.
Wait, oh.
Oh, that is incorrect.
No, I did the right
You're
one,
getting
but
close.
it's the wrong one.
Oh,
I
hey,
did
and
Y
Chris,
instead of X.
you're close, you're close, you're close. You with me? I'm really, really close. I'm really, really close. I'm gonna go grab his head.
I don't think that's right.
See, I did the wrong one the first time.
So what you are saying is here to there would all be covered up with red. Here
Oh,
to there.
wrong one.
No,
you get it right?
I haven't given her a good yet.
Wait, so how would you rank?
Like this.
What?
Right?
First off, let's cover it up with ready.
Oh, I'm so dumb.
I think I got it.
Ready? I'm smushing, I'm swishing. Is this gonna be covered up?
Yeah, that's all covered.
To where? Right
Always
there?
like
Yes.
1.
And jumps over to here?
Yeah, so would it be,
Oh my gosh.
would it be 0?
So, what number is down here?
Infinity.
Negative infinity.
Yeah.
And then where do you want me to stop?
Well, it's negative.
Wait,
Oh, I switched mine around.
And then where does it pick up?
wait, can we write
Back
this?
to 1.
And then it goes to,
Infinity.
Wait,
Oh,
Mr.
so that's how you write it?
that's how you write it.
Write this.
Can we have no homework?
Nah.
Oh man.
You guys, you signed up for Math 1.
I didn't sign up
Miss
for
Cal-
infinity and
Miss Cal-
Miss brackets and she's like,
Miss Cal-
My mother forced me.
You want to draw?
No.
Okay.
my dad's been
Oh my
Because
god.
then it messes up your entire schedule.
Let's keep going on this. On, I've passed that one at this point. Is that the last one? Oh, is this one?
We never did the,
Oh, you want to do the other one? I got you. Okay, what's the range on this one?
You're wrong.
You're wrong.
You're both wrong.
I know what it would be.
Except you read from here to here, so flip it around. Negative,
okay.
you go negative to positive.
So this?
Wait.
Oh wait,
No.
no, wait, no, wait. I see what it is.
No.
But you're wrong. It's okay,
No.
you're wrong.
No.
Yes, you are. I'm not wrong.
Good.
Okay, wait. I think I got it now.
Good.
Oh, it's not negative
Good.
infinity. What am I saying?
You know what? No. But you're super, super close. You actually are so close you should be at 2. Show it to me again.
Would it be?
Oh, I just finished
Fix yours.
That's an infinity.
Fix. So what you're saying is
Wait.
from here, negative 2 to infinity is going to be covered up. It's not.
it. What? What?
You've got to get to
This
2.
is
Oh,
great.
okay, showing that the
Good.
lines.
Oh my god.
Good. You actually get to 2 though. Right here.
I'm so confused.
Is this going to be covered up with red ink?
Yes.
How about here?
Yeah.
Tell me when to stop.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yep. Sure. Definitely stop.
So now let's read this. Is negative infinity covered?
Yes.
And where does it go to?
2.
Two.
But it touches 2.
So, 2.1.
I had it right. I just
It
had
doesn't go to 2.1.
Oh, you mean how much comes out?
That's really
I've been hearing people saying, I'm so confused. Talk to me. If you're confused, try to make a,
I'm just confused on how you get
which number?
any number.
Any number.
Yeah, like
Are you
find a
confused?
domain.
Are you confused where these red lines came from?
Yes.
What I'm doing is I'm taking this graph and I'm smooshing it up. I'm saying, you see that point? And I put it there. See that point? I put it there. I put it there. I put all these points,
So the domain would be negative.
infinity to -1.
Okay, I get that part, and then, but wouldn't it be negative infinity to infinity because?
But there's a
it's
section-
smushed everywhere.
This isn't covered.
Oh.
That's
if
why-
you smush it that way, it'd be covered.
Well, that's the range though. We're talking domain or range,
Oh.
right? If I do
Yeah.
the domain, when I smush the domain, excuse me, the range, smushing the range this way, it goes from -infinity to 2.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
Now, next piece of today's lesson.
Oh. I had it. I did it already.
Do we write this down in our notebook?
You don't have to write anything. I'll tell you when to write.
Wait, would this have been right?
On which one? No. Are you doing domain?
Oh.
Yes, it would be correct for domain, but that's not the question. We read a graph from left to right. So from here to here, as I read this, what's this graph doing? Decreasing, and what's it doing here? Increasing. From infinity to 0, what's it doing? From 0 to, from -infinity to 0, it's decreasing. From 0 to positive infinity, it's increasing. Using your whiteboard, looking at this graph, you tell me what's it doing. Increasing or decreasing? I'm going to write something on here. From 0 to infinity, what is this graph doing? Write it on the whiteboard. Okay, I'll accept that. Good. 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 Good.
Wait, not decreasing.
Good. Increasing. Let's look at another one. This one,
How could you?
I am telling you, from 0 on that interval, 0 to 1, this is not a point, this is an interval. On that interval, what is the graph doing? Good, good.
It's not spelled right.
Good, good, good. Good, good. Good, good, good. It's increasing. I'm going to give you a different interval. On this interval, what's the graph doing?
It's
I don't know what that means.
That is not spelled right.
No, it's the doesn't count.
increasing.
Good, 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 good. On that interval, it is decreasing.
I'm like, I can do it. I'd rather.
All right, folks. Start on the homework.
I'm scared.
The homework. Oh man.
Wow. Yeah, that's a.
Oh man.
We're right at the edge of our brains, aren't we?
Winter break.
Oh, Mr. Bart. What a nice day to do homework. You can just go home, get a cup of hot chocolate, sit down and do your homework.
Sit down. It's like